ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ 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 ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਕਾਇਆ ਰੰਗਣ ਜੇ ਥੀਏ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਪਾਈਏ ਨੌ ਮਜੀਠ। ਰੰਗਣ ਵਾਲਾ ਜੇ ਰੰਗੈ ਸਾਹਿਬ, ਐਸਾ ਰੰਗ ਨਾ ਡੀਠ। ਜਿਨ ਕੇ ਚੋਲੇ ਰਤੜੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ, ਕਾਂਤ ਤਿਨਾ ਕੈ ਪਾਸ। ਧੂੜ ਤਿਨਾ ਕੀ ਜੇ ਮਿਲੈ, ਜੀ ਕਹੋ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ। ਆਪੇ ਸਾਜੇ ਆਪੇ ਰੰਗੇ, ਆਪੇ ਨਦਰ ਕਰੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕਾਮਣ ਕੰਤੇ ਭਾਵੈ, ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਰਾਵੇ। ਆਪੇ ਸਾਜੇ ਆਪੇ ਰੰਗੇ, ਆਪੇ ਨਦਰ ਕਰੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕਾਮਣ ਕੰਤੈ ਭਾਵੈ, ਆਪੇ ਹੀ ਰਾਵੇ। So what we're going to do first is Gursikh Pyareo, the Bani that we went through last week. If we just quickly jog our memories and we'll just do quick Akhri Arth. And last week Maharaj Ji did Kirpa that we went through Eho Tan Maya Pahaya Pyare. So Satguru Ji Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji's Bani, Maharaj Ji Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha is saying Eho Tan, this body, but the body here referring to the mind. So not the physical body. Over here the body is referring to the mind. The tan here means body, but over here body is mind. Eho tan maya pahaya. And they're saying, what have we done to our mind? That Maharaj is saying that maya pahaya. Pahaya means when we dip something into a chemical. So Maharaj is saying, what has this person done? They've dipped their mind into maya. They've soaked their mind into maya. So if you think something to be soaked, when something completely is drenched with some sort of chemical or some sort of water, Gursikh Pyareo, it's that state of mind when our mind is completely absorbed in maya, when we don't even know the difference between right or wrong anymore. When falsehood becomes absolutely normal for somebody, that's what it means when our mind is drenched with falsehood. So we don't even realize when we're doing actions that what those actions are done under. We don't even know what the difference is. So Maharaj is saying here, Eho tan maya pahaya pyare, li tada lab rangaye. Litada just means with. Lab here means, it can mean greed. Not only greed, but lab also means the pleasure of our tongue. And Maharaj is saying that that person that's completely drenched and absorbed their mind in falsehood, that person that has colored themselves in greed, Maharaj says, what is the result for that person? Mere kantana bhave cholada pyare. Saying mere kantana bhave cholada pyare. Saying kant here means Vaheguru, husband. Kant means husband. They're referring to Vaheguru, saying mere kantana bhave. Bhave means please. Saying if you have drenched yourself in greed, then Guru Nanak Pacha is saying that is not going to be pleasing to Vaheguru Ji. Mere kantana bhave cholada pyare. Cholada means robes. Robe here meaning the robe of our body, this human life. Sache Pacha, Guru Nanak Pacha is saying, then Vaheguru Ji is not going to be pleased with that person, that being. Kyo tan sahje jaye. Saying, how is that person going to be able to go to the bed of Vaheguru? Sahje means bed. And over here, when they're saying Kyo tan sahje jaye, tan means wife. Wife meaning the soul bride. Talking about us. How can that soul bride go upon the bed of Vaheguru Ji? Going upon the bed of Vaheguru Ji means, how can you then experience Vaheguru, enjoy Vaheguru? How can you go into the charana of Vaheguru if you have drenched yourself in falsehood? If you have drenched yourself in greed? And that's what we went through last week. That's just a quick reminder and a quick arth of last week. But then Sache Pacha, they went on to say, Guru Nanak Pacha says, they said, How Qurbane Jo Mehrawana. They said, How Mehrawana? Mehrawana means merciful Vaheguru Ji. Merciful Lord. They're saying, How means I. Qurbane Jaun, they're saying, I am a sacrifice to that person. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji said, which person? How Qurbane Jaun, they said it's twice. Again, they said, I'm a sacrifice to that person. Which person? How kurbane jaun na ke lain jo tera naam. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, then 3 times, they said, I am a sacrifice to that person that says the name, that japs Waheguru Ji's name. And then they finished off saying, Lain jo tera naam na ke, how sad kurbane jao. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah Ji, they said 4 times, they said, I'm a sacrifice over that person that says Waheguru Ji's name. How great must it be for somebody to say Waheguru Ji's name? Have we ever thought, if Guru Nanak Padshah is saying 4 times over that I'm a sacrifice to that person that says Waheguru Ji's name, how great must it be to say Waheguru Ji's name? And then Guru Sikh Pyareo, in Sukhmani Sahib, Guru Arjan Dev Ji Padshah Ji say to us, they say, Barang bar bar prabh japiye, Pi amrit eho man trapiye. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Padshah Ji says, how much do I want you to say this name? They're saying Barang bar bar prabh japiye. They said again and again and again. They said, I want you to keep saying it, I want you to keep saying it. And some people say, there's many people that question nowadays, they're saying, what difference is it going to make? What's going to happen by just saying this word? Nothing happens. Some people say, they said, I've tried saying it. Somebody once went to a Mahapurkh and they said to the Mahapurkh, they says, Baba ji sanu kuch do japan vaste, give me something to recite. And the Mahapurkh said in return, and they said, Mata ji was an old elderly woman, and the Mahapurkh said, Kende Mata ji kende tusi mool mantra da jaap karya karo. They said, why don't you recite mool mantra? Mool mantra, from when we start, when we sing, when we say Ek Onkar to Nanak Hosi Pi Sach, that's mool mantra. They said, Mata ji tusi mool mantra karya karo. And then Mata ji turned around and said, this is just talking about some people have in their mind the same key question, does something really happen if I just keep saying these words again? If I keep saying Waheguru again and again, is something going to really happen? And that Mahapurkh said in return to that Mata, they said, Mata ji, tusi mool mantra da jaap karya karo. And then the Mata turned around and said, she said, nahi Baba ji said, main karke dekh liya, kuch nahi banda. And the mother, and that Mata said, she turned around, she said to the Mahapurkh, she said, I've done loads of mool mantra. She said, nothing's happening to me. No difference, no kirpas happen on me. And the Mahapurkh said something so beautiful. The Mahapurkh कहने लगे, कहते जे माता जी जे तुसी कहने मैं बहुत जपिया, फिर तुसी समझो तुसी हले जपिया ही नहीं. They said, if you saying that I've recited this loads, she's saying I didn't get anything out of it. I've tried japping mool mantra, nothing's happened. She says, I've done it loads. And the Mahapurkh turned around and said, if you're saying from your mouth that I've done it loads, then they're saying, put it this way, it's equivalent to you doing nothing. They said, have you ever heard a fish saying there's too much water in this ocean? Has anybody ever heard? Well, a fish, do you think if a fish could speak, the fish would say there's too much water in this ocean? No, but what does Gurbani say about a fish in an ocean? First of all, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah Ji saying, Sri Rag Re Man Aisi Harsyo Preet Kar Jaisi Machli Neer. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah is saying, if you want to love Waheguru Ji, and they said, then love Waheguru Ji just like the fish loves the water. Re man, oh my mind. And they re man aisi harsyo preet kar. Kende eho ji preet kar tu mana mereya. Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying, oh my mind. Re man, re means oh. Kende love Waheguru Ji just like that fish loves the water. Jasi machli neer. And then what does the fish do? The fish starts, it dives into the water. As it's going deeper and deeper, and what is the fish saying? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah Ji tell us about what that fish is saying. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah says, "Kende jo ad kyo tyo sukh kano man tan sant sarir." Kende jo ad ko. Ad ko means deep. Guru Nanak Padshah Ji, look how Guru Nanak Padshah Ji saw the world. If today, if our Katha is about jinke chole ratade kant tana ke paas jinke chole. That word chola again, chola meaning robes, but robe here meaning the robe of this human form of life. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Padshah jinke chole ratade. Ratade means drenched. They said whose bodies, whose minds are drenched in the love of Waheguru Ji. Jinke chole ratade pyare This is Kant Tinake past, and Vaheguruji. Kant means husband, husband Lord. They're saying Vaheguruji then resides alongside those who are drenched in the love of Vaheguruji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha, to say these words, Guru Nanak Patsha Ji themselves was drenched in the love of Vaheguruji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was the form of love. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha is going to tell us about love, they experienced love, they were love. Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is love. If we truly become close to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj Ji, we will experience what love is too. Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is made up of love. If you get close to Guru Nanak Patsha Ji, you will feel love too in your lives. You will become love too, just like Guru Nanak Patsha Ji was full of love. Guru Nanak Patsha Ji saw the world completely different to us. We see a fish just swimming in the water. But Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is saying, look what I can see, what the fish is saying to me. Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is saying, the fish is saying, Jio Adko. Adko means deep. Guru Nanak Patsha is saying, this is as the fish is going deeper and deeper into the ocean, the fish isn't saying, I don't want any more. I don't want to swim any deeper. The fish isn't saying, I'm not enjoying this anymore. I don't feel any pleasure out of this anymore. But instead, the fish is saying, Jo adkyo tyo sukh kano. The fish is saying, my pleasure, my anand, my bliss, it's getting deeper, it's growing more and more. That's what the love of Vaheguruji is. If you look at things, when we attach ourselves to the things of this world, they only decrease. And we have experienced that in our lives many times. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Patsha says, Khin mein kaude hoye gaye, jitade maya bhog. This is khin mein kaude hoye gaye. Khin means what that moment it takes for you to blink your eye. It says, Khin mein kaude hoye gaye, jitade maya bhog. Saying jitade maya bhog. Bhog means to enjoy something. This is whenever you're enjoying something that is maya, that is illusion. Illusion. Imagine trying to eat a plastic apple. It's not going to fulfill us, is it? The attachment of this life is trying to fulfill ourselves eating a plastic apple. But that fish, the fish is saying, as I'm going deeper, my love is growing for this ocean. My love is growing. Sukh kano. Sukh means my sukh, my peace is getting deeper and deeper, is getting bigger. And as you start to fall into Gurbani, as you start to merge with Gurbani, your pleasure, your sukh, your anand will only grow. It will never come to an end. Why? Because Sahib Mera Neet Nawa, Sada Sada Datar, Sahib Mera Neet Nawa. Because my Vaheguru is forever new. My Vaheguruji never gets old. Guru Sikh Pyareo, my Vaheguruji is such that no matter how much people come to Vaheguruji, Vaheguruji will always feel new. He won't feel as if you are getting married to somebody that's been married before. It doesn't matter that once Bhagat Farid Ji got married to Vaheguru. It doesn't matter that once Bhagat Kabir Ji got married to Vaheguruji. Because Bhagat Kabir Ji tell the world themselves, Bhagat Kabir Ji said, they said, I'm off. Bhagat Kabir Ji kende main chalna. Kende main kithe chalna, kende main us akal purkh de naal kende fere lein chalna. Kende I'm off to go and take fere. To go and take fere with Vaheguru. I'm off to go and get married with Vaheguru Ji. That's what Bhagat Farid Ji said. Bhagat Kabir Ji said. Guru Sikh Pyareo, whether Bhagat Farid Ji has married Vaheguru, whether Bhagat Kabir Ji has married Vaheguru, whether Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is married to Vaheguru, it doesn't matter. He will never feel old. You can go to him today. If you give yourself to Vaheguru Ji today, Vaheguru Ji will feel forever new for you today as well. How is Vaheguru Ji forever new? If I've made a mistake yesterday, my Vaheguru Ji is such that if you come to Vaheguru Ji today, if you surrender to Vaheguru today, if you say to Vaheguru Ji, oh Vaheguru Ji, I'm so sorry, forgive me Vaheguru Ji, I made such a huge mistake yesterday. Vaheguru Ji doesn't live in the past. He isn't going to hold on to what you did yesterday. Why? Because Sahib Mera Neet Nawa, Vaheguru Ji lives in that moment. He's forever new. He doesn't live yet in yesterday. He doesn't live an hour ago. He lives in the moment right now. The moment you surrender, no matter what you have done in your life, you could have been a murderer. You could have been just like Sajjan Tag, throwing people in the well. And I'm sure nobody's sitting here that's done that. You could have been like a cannibal like Gauda Rakesh. Somebody that captures people like Mardana Ji, people like Mardana Ji that was hungry and innocent. You might be like Mardana Ji, going off and then trying to find somewhere to eat, then get captured. But then on the other side, you find someone like a cannibal like Gauda Rakesh. Guru Sikh Pyare, we think Gauda Rakesh can never be forgiven. But when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji looked at him once, Tapt Kadaha Buj Gaya, Tapt Kadaha Buj Gaya. That Kadaha that was burning in that fire, that cauldron that was burning in fire, there was a physical cauldron there as well. Oh, vi thanda pe gaya, even that went cold. The physical cauldron that was there boiling with water, that Gauda Rakesh was going to throw Mardana Ji into, soon as Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha looked that direction, the fire cooled. The water went completely cool. But not only did the water go cool, that Gauda Rakesh, that cannibal that was standing before Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, his inside that was burning as well in corruption, in evil thoughts, that completely went cool as well. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha Ji writes about it. Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha said, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji went and they looked at Gauda Rakesh, they said, what happened at that time? Guru Arjan Dev Ji Pacha says, Tapat, Tapat means burning. Kadaha means cauldron. This is Tapat Kadaha, Buj Gaya means turned off. They said the fire went out. Not only the fire of the cauldron went out, but even the fire that was burning inside of Gauda Rakesh, that went out as well. That's what happens when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji looks at us. Why? Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji Sahib Mera Neet Nawa. He's forever new. He doesn't live in the past. Guru Nanak Dev Ji wasn't looking at all that he was going to eat Mardana Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, all they saw, why did they forgive him? Because they saw that he surrendered. They looked at only that part that he has fallen from inside. Because our Guru is just like Waheguru, our Guru lives in the present as well. He's not going to hold on to what you've been doing yesterday. He's only going to look at what you are right now. If right now you say to your Guru, I am ready, I want to give myself to you, I know I've made many mistakes, that Guru is going to live in this moment and he's going to embrace you and he's going to take you in right away. He's not going to think about it. He's not going to start looking at what you've done yesterday. He will never say no to us. Khair coming back. Jinke chole ratade pyare kant tana ke paas. I was talking about Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji. If Guru Nanak Pacha Ji is going to tell us about people that were in love, first we've got to think that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha themselves were a lover. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji themselves were in love with Waheguru Ji so much that if we're looking at the Shabad is in Tilang Rag. It's the third Shabad of this Rag on Ang 721. It's right at the bottom. But what is the first Shabad that is in the same Rag on Ang 721? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji in that Shabad tell us how much in love they were. In two Shabad, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji told us straight out, direct. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, you know, some people are afraid of telling their emotions. Some people say, today somebody turned around and said, you know what, I think I'm falling for the Guru. And somebody will turn around and judge them and say, look, you're speaking in ego. How can you say that about yourself? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji spoke about themselves and told the world and declared to the world, they said, listen world. He says, I am in love with Waheguru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said that in black and white in Gurbani. First of all, if we look at the first Shabad in this Rag, that first Shabad in this Rag tells us on the same Ang, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji goes to learn Farsi in a school. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji goes to learn Farsi, as their teacher is about to tell Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha the first letter, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji under their breath they say that letter first. As the teacher goes on, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji keeps saying the letters. That teacher is looking at Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, Kubruddin his name was. He's a Farsi teacher. He taught Persian. He looked at Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha and he said, such a young child, 8-9 years old. He already knows these letters. His father's playing a trick on me. He just wants to show everybody that his son's so clever. He thought that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji already knows the alphabet of Farsi, but little does he know. This is that Guru Nanak that has created all the languages. He's sitting in his class. Aap Narayan Kalatar, Jag mein parvaryo, the creator of all languages, is sitting in this teacher's class. No, their father didn't teach them this language. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, the creator of the all languages, sitting there, and his teacher said, "You already know everything." Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha says, "I want to learn further than this." And he said, "I don't understand. What do you want me to teach you?" Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji go in their own color. Jinke chole ratade pyare kant tana ke paas, whose robes, the robe of this body, whose minds are drenched in love. If we first look at Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji in their childhood, when they first showed their love, they walked out of this classroom of learning Persian. They didn't learn anymore. They went and sat far away from the classroom, around some trees. Imagine this in your minds. We sometimes think we've heard these stories so many times. No, Gursikh Pyareo, don't just listen to these stories. Watch this story. Watch Guru Nanak Patsha Ji even today with your eyes, and let that story touch your heart so much that love transfers to your heart as well. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji walk out their class today. They go and sit by some trees, and this teacher is taken aback by Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji. He walks out the class as well and leaves with the other children. He comes over to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha and he says, "Oh child, you don't look like a normal child to me." But now at this point, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, 9 years old, their eyes are closed. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji आँखां बंद ने. गुरसिख Pyareo टीचर कहने लगा, कुबरदीन कहने लगा, गुरु नानक देव जी पातशाह जी ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਤੂੰ ਐਵੇਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਤੂੰ ਇਸ ਸੰਸਾਰ ਦਾ. It doesn't look like you belong to this world. Look at your eyes. They seem like they're in some sort of nasha, in some sort of drug. You look intoxicated, oh child. Tell me something of that world that you can see in your inside. The teacher says to Guru Nanak Patsha, "Hey Guru Nanak Patsha Ji, tell me something about the world that you can see with your inner eyes. Mainu kuch Allah diyan baataan das. Tell me something about Allah." And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, with their intoxicated eyes, they open their eyes, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, they start speaking to Waheguru Ji direct. They don't even look at the Kubardeen. They don't even look at the teacher. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji's got their eyes closed, and they're singing to Waheguru, they're saying, "Ak yak arz guftam pes to dargos kun kartar hakka kabir kareem tu bayab parwadgar." Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji start to sing out to Waheguru Ji in Farsi and Persian at the age of 9 years old. And the teacher is looking towards Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, but Guru Nanak Patsha Ji to say these words, "Jinke chole ratade pyare kant tana ke paas." But Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji is drenched in love themselves. At the age of 9, they are talking direct to Waheguru Ji in a language that have never even been taught. They're saying, "Yak arz," yak means ek. They're saying, "Hey Waheguru Ji, hey Allah." Kende yak means ek. Kende yak arz. Kende I've got a request for you. Arz is the same word as ardas. The word ardas has come from the word arz. Arz means request. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha is saying to Waheguru, kende yak arz guftam pes to. Pes means pesh. This says, "I want to put something forward to you, oh Waheguru Ji, oh Allah." Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha is saying, kende guftam. Guft means to have a discussion with someone. They're saying, "Waheguru Ji, I want to talk to you. I want to discuss something with you." The mamma means me. This is guftam. This says, "I want to talk to you. I want to have a conversation with you, oh Waheguru Ji." Guftam pes to. Pes means pesh. I'm putting this one request in front of you, Waheguru Ji. Will you talk to me? How in love was this child with Waheguru Ji to be able to say these words, "Jinke chole ratade," those robes that are drenched in love in the name of Waheguru. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji is talking to Waheguru Ji and saying, "Yak arz guftam pes to dar gos kun kartar." Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha kende dar means inside. Kende dar gos. Gos means air. And then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji's voice at this moment goes quiet. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji starts to talk quietly. And the Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha is saying to Waheguru, kende, "Hey Waheguru, apne kaan mere kool kar." Can they put your ear close to me? I want to whisper something into your ear. I want to say something to you, oh Waheguru. Can they dar gos, tere kaan de andar kende main kuch kehna. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha saying to Waheguru. Can they dar gos kun kartar. Can they, "Hey kartar, hey Waheguru Ji, listen to what I have to say to you." And the Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji, they didn't ask for the worldly things. But what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah do? This is Waheguru Ji. Listen to this first. And then what did they start to do? This is Hakka, Kabir, Kareem, Tu. They start to praise Waheguru. Hakka means the truth. Truth meaning permanent. This is, oh Waheguru Ji, only you are permanent. I can see this world. I look around. This is just like a dream at night. This world is just like that. This is Waheguru Ji, but you are permanent. This is Hakka, Kabir, Kareem. Tu. Kabir means the greatest. This is Waheguru Ji, you are the greatest. Hakka, Kabir, Kareem. Kareem means, oh Waheguru Ji, you are the one that does kirpa upon us. You're the ones that takes pity on us and then blesses us. Hakka, Kabir, Kareem, Tu, Bayab. This says you have no ab. You have no sins, Waheguru Ji. You are free from sins. You are completely immaculate. Parvadagar, oh Waheguru Ji, you are the perisher. They start to praise Waheguru. As Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji grow up, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji don't stop expressing their love. That time came in Sultanpur. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji said direct to the world, of course you're going to think I'm mad. I am crazy because I've gone crazy for Waheguru. No, you won't understand me anymore, Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying to the world. Guru Nanak Dev Ji returns after 3 days from being in the Vai Nadi. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they went into the lake for 3 days in Sultanpur. 3 days they didn't return. And people are saying that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji has drowned. But no, Gursikh Pyareo, everybody was saying that Guru Nanak Paatshah Ji has drowned. Because why? Because that is our vision. Because we are drowning in our own lives. So when they looked at Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, whatever was inside of them, they thought that had happened to Guru Nanak Dev Ji, but there was only one. There was only one. When they went and asked, they went and told the news to Bebe Nanaki Ji. They said, oh Bebe Nanaki, tera veer dub gaya. They said, oh Bebe Nanaki, they said to the sister of Guru Nanak Paatshah, kehne tera veer dub gaya. Bebe Nanaki kehne lage, kehne mera veer dubbya nahi. They said, you are wrong. They said, what eyes are you looking with? They says, you are seeing it all wrong. Bebe Nanaki Ji saying, kehne mera veer dubbya nahi. People are saying to Bebe Nanaki, your brother has drowned. Bebe Nanaki Ji said, no, you're seeing it wrong. My brother hasn't drowned. They said, Bebe Nanaki said, have you ever seen when somebody starts to drown in the water and they can't swim? Then what does the rescue guard have to do? They have to jump into the water themselves, and it looks as if they have drowned. But no, they haven't drowned. They have gone to save that person that has drowned inside. And then all of a sudden they reappear again. Now, what is being told to the world? After 3 days, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji reappear again. And they're saying to the world, I didn't drown. But now I'm telling you that now I'm going to go off to these Udasiyan. Now I'm going to go off to go and save those that are drowning. But I just showed you that physically first. Whoever is drowning in the water, you have to first jump into the water yourself. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਆਪ ਡੁੱਬਣਾ ਪਊਗਾ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਨੂੰ ਕੱਢਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਬਚਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖ ਪਿਆਰਿਓ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ did exactly that. Guru Nanak Paatshah Ji jumped into the worlds of those people that were drowning and he saved them. Such Guru Nanak Paatshah Ji. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji came out, they weren't speaking, they wouldn't talk to anybody. They went and sat upon a cremation ground. And then people thought, this is a poot, this is a ghost that has returned back from the dead. And then some people say, Guru Nanak Paatshah Ji saying, people started to say to me, Koi aakhe putana. Putana means ghost. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, some people started calling me a ghost. This must happen to some of you as well. You come into Sikhi, you take on the Guru's way of life. They say, bada sona hunda si, hun pata nahi ki putana jiha ban gaya. Swere tadke utھ ke beh janda, pata nahi ki japda rehda hai. I had a mother once come and complain to me. Her son, his son took Amrit whilst his parents were away abroad. Soon as his mum came back, she came and knocked on my door. She goes, mere tu ਪੁੱਤ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਆ? She goes, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਸਾਨਾ ਬਹਿ ਕੇ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਮਾਰਦਾ ਸੀ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਬੋਲਦਾ, ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਰਦਾ ਰਹਿੰਦਾ, ਬੁੱਲਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਬੁੱਲ ਤੇ ਹਿਲਦੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, ਪਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਕੀ ਸੀ ਉਹਨੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਨੇ? ਉਹ ਤਾਂ ਬਸ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਜਪਦਾ, ਉਹ ਹੁਣ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤ ਵੇਲੇ ਉੱਠਦਾ, ਉਹਨੇ ਨਿੰਦਿਆ ਛੱਡ ਦਿੱਤੀ, ਹੁਣ ਬੇਫਜ਼ੂਲ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਵੇਖਦਾ ਟੀਵੀ ਤੇ। ਤਾਂ ਉਹਦੀ ਮਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲਾਮਾ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਆਈ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੁੱਤ ਨੂੰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਬੜਾ ਸੋਹਣਾ ਸੀ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ। कोई आखे पूतना को कहे बेताला. Guru Nanak Pacha said some people started calling me a ghost. But asal roop vich pyare kaun, who is a poot really? A poot is that person that looks alive but is really dead from inside. Because they knew now Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha is dead for the world, for the armed people, for the normal people, for the normal world that wanted to sit there and slander and talk about people. They knew now that Guru Nanak Pacha is now dead for the world. And Guru Nanak Pacha obviously was already Aap Narayan Kalatar. They were already like that from birth. But Guru Sikh Pyaro, they are teaching us. When you take a step towards the Guru Sikh Pyaro, you will die from that side of the world that used to sit there and slander people, sit there and lie. You will die for that side of the world, Guru Sikh Pyaro. People will call you Putana, but you'll be called a Putana for the right reasons. Koi aakhe Putana ko kahe betala. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said they called me a betala. Tal means rhythm, be means without. They said, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, people saying to me that you are out of rhythm now. Why? Because Bhagtan ki chal nirali, Bhagtan keri bikham marg chalana. Guru Sikh Pyareo, they said to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, you have gone out of rhythm. Because you know those normal people, jade bende a, jade khande a, jade pinde a, jade gana kadde a. If you walk into that society and no longer you're not swearing anymore, and you're not doing those type of things anymore, then they say, oh look, betalla ho gaya, he's gone out of rhythm. But what's really happened? You've gone out of rhythm from them, but you've come into rhythm with Vaheguruji. You've come into the rhythm with your Guru. And that's exactly what we want to do. Somebody said, when do we know that we're truly walking upon the Guru's path? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਉਦੋਂ ਸਮਝ ਲਿਓ ਤੂੰ ਗੁਰੂ ਦੇ ਰਾਹ ਉੱਪਰ ਸੱਚ ਮੁੱਚ ਤੁਰ ਪਿਆ ਜਿੱਦਣ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਆਪਦੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਵੇਂ ਘਰ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਪਿੰਡ ਵਾਲੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਦੋਸਤ ਮਿੱਤਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਆਪਦੇ ਹੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣ ਲੱਪੂਗੇ ਤੂੰ ਕਮਲਾ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੂੰ ਪਾਗਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ you've gone crazy. When somebody says to you, you are going crazy, then you know that yes, I am truly walking on the right path. Then you know that I am on the path of the Guru when somebody starts to call you crazy. Koi aakhe aadmi Nanak vechara. Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying, some people started saying to me, Koi aakhe aadmi. Some said, look, oh, he's just he's a bechara banda, dekho pata nahi nu ki ho gaya. Koi aakhe aadmi Nanak vechara. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, now it's my turn. Kende tusi le li apni wari. They said, you've had your turn in describing what I am like. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, now let me tell you what I am like. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha saying, I'll tell you exactly what has happened to me. This is Paya Devana Sahaka Nanak Paurana. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, let me tell you, this is Paya Devana Sahaka. Devana means when you've gone crazy, when you've gone mad in the love of somebody. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, Paya Devana Sahaka. Shah means king. Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, I have gone crazy in the love of my king is Vaheguru. He said, I've gone crazy. I'm in love. He said, that's what's happened to me. Pya Devana Sahaka. Guru Sikh Pyareo. He says, Nanak Baurana. Baurana means mad, crazy. This is why save your tongues. This is, I'll tell you, I've gone crazy. Ma Baurana. How harbin? Avar na jana. This is, I know nobody else. I know no one else. Nothing other than Vaheguru Nanak Dev Ji saying. Jinke chole ratade pyare kant tanake paas. If Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha is going to talk about those that are imbued, that are drenched in the color of love, but first let's look at Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, they've been captured. They've been captured by Babur, by the Mughal Empire of that time. Babur, Guru Sikh Pyare, you all know the Sakhi, but I just want to take you to that part, to that Bani. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha is about to be released by Babur because Babur has seen that Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji is forming miracles, but they weren't forming miracles. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji sat by those mills, and all Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said was Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar, Sat Kartar, that the Creator is true, the Creator is true. And when Mardana Ji turned around and asked Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, Mardana Ji said, oh Guru Nanak Pacha, what should we do? How shall we get out of this prison? What are we going to do here? He says, how am I going to be able to see my love Because Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha was the love of Bhai Mardana Ji. He said, how am I going to be able to see with these eyes? How am I going to be able to see my love taking that mill in his hands and then grinding all these grains? He says, I'm not going to be able to see that. Guru Nanak Pacha Ji laughed. They said, Mardana, you say exactly what I am saying as well. You start saying Sat Kartar as well. Bhai Mardana Ji must have said, oh Guru Nanak Pacha, is this going to fix everything? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, Vek tu Mardana, vek rang kartar de. Look at the colors of Waheguru. You just see what falls in front of you. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, they didn't form a miracle. They didn't say, oh Waheguru, form a miracle for me. But Waheguru Ji forms miracles for Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha themselves. Without Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying anything. All Guru Nanak Dev Ji did was praise Waheguru. That's all they did. And those mills start to turn themselves. And then Guru Sikh Pyaro, when that time came, when Babur said to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, you're a great man, I want to throw a party for you. Imagine that. The emperor of that time, everybody wants to get into the good books of this emperor, of Babur. He's just taken over, he's invaded this land. Everybody wants to become friends. Now Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji has the opportunity to be the right hand person, to be one of the best friends of Babur. And Babur says, I want to throw you a party. And then Babur brings a drink for Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji. In that drink there is marijuana, there is bhang in that drink. And Babur is saying, these are for my special guests. These are for my special guests. I don't just give this to anyone. Try some of this, O Guru Nanak. Guru Sikh Pyaro, Guru Nanak Pacha said to Babur, they said, if I consume this, what is going to happen to me? The Babur kenda nasha chaduga. They says, you'll get intoxicated. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha kende, acha? Will I'll feel intoxicated? That sounds great. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, how long does that last for? How long am I going to be buzzing for? And Babur now quietens down a little bit. Babur goes, I don't know, it's pretty good stuff. 7-8 ghante lang you get. It's one of the best you get. I'm the emperor. You can get any type of cannabis you want. He said, you'll get by 7-8 hours. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji said, when I wake up in the morning, will I feel the same buzz? Will I still feel alive? But no, Guru, of course not. Kinme takes a moment for these pleasures to turn their backs on you. You go to sleep buzzing. Whoever's drank alcohol, whoever's had these type of drugs, they'll know. You go to sleep buzzing, you wake up in the morning, no, you haven't got that same feeling where you want to hit the dance floor. No, your mouth is drying, you're dehydrated. You've got a banging, thumping headache. You feel sick, you don't want to get out of your bed. And Babur said, well, you don't quite feel the same when you wake up in the morning. You might have a bit of a dry tongue. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, what type of nasha is that? He says, Baba, man matwaro, naam ras pive, sahaj rang raj rahe. This is Baba. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha saying, oh Babura. Listen, they were having a conversation once with a jogi. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji was about alcohol. They were making their own alcohol, what they call in India today, desi. They were making their own alcohol. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha said, this is what happens when you guys take this. This is, we get drunk, we get intoxicated, and then we're able to focus on Waheguru Ji much better. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, you get drunk. This is, I'm drunk as well, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said. Kande Baba, they were talking to the Jogi, Parathar Jogi his name was. They was talking to this Jogi, these people that do yoga. They were making this drink because they say it helps them to connect to Waheguru Ji. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha says, I haven't taken any of that. This is, but I'm drunk as well. This is, but I'm drunk even now. You're going to be drunk after taking that. Your buzz is going to wear off. But Guru Nanak Dev Ji says, Baba, man, matavaru means when your mat departs from you. Means when you're intoxicated. Guru Nanak Dev Ji is saying, I'm intoxicated even now. How? The Jogi turns around and said, how have you been intoxicated without even drinking anything? This says, Naam ras pive. This is, I've drank the love of this nasha of Naam. This Naam, when you say it with love, they said it will intoxicate you. Try it for yourselves. People say, I'm sure I started off with saying that people say nothing happens when you say these words. Guru Sikh Pyaro, you have to try it for yourself. but try it so much, don't stop saying it. And you know, Sacha Naam Mera Adharo, Sach Naam Adhar Mera Jin Pukha Sab Gavanya. It will take away all your hungers. All these hungers of the world, it will take them away. Just have faith in this mantra of Waheguru. Just don't stop saying it. It will feel like you've got someone in your life. You won't feel alone again. Barang bar bar prab japiye. Say again and again, but don't just say empty Gursikh Pyareo. You know how you want to say it? Be amrita. You want to drink it. How do you drink something when you enjoy something? When you really like the taste of something, when you're drinking it, you put it in your mouth first. You don't just knock it back in one go. You're not just gulping it down. But when you really like the taste of something, what do? You put it in your mouth first. And you take it down slowly. It's almost like it becomes like a solid food, like you're eating something. Because have you ever thought of this pankti? Jinko lagi pyas. Whoever is thirsty, jinko lagi pyas, amrit se khahe. How does that make sense? Have you ever thought about this? When you're doing Ras, have you ever thought about this? Amrit is something that you drink. Jinko lagi, when you're thirsty, jinko lagi pyas. When you're thirsty, you drink something, but they're saying amrit se khahe. They're saying eat the amrit. Have you ever thought about that? Does that make sense? Why does it mean eat the amrit? Because Gursikh Pyareo, you know when you're gonna drink something, if you drink something really fast, it doesn't digest. You've even got air gaps in there. It will form air inside of your stomach as well when you're drinking something fast. But if you drink something slowly, it's almost, you can feel it going down. It's almost like you're eating something solid. Make it into food, Guru Nanak Path Ji is saying. Amrit se khahe. Drink amrit, naam, drink naam like you're eating it. Don't just gulp it down, say it with so much love. Take your time with it. It's precious. And then when it goes down, amrit se khahe. Gursikh Pyareo, you know when you eat something, they say chew it so much it becomes like liquid, then it will digest. This naam will digest if you sing it with love and if you take your time with it. Eventually, it goes dim and it gets quieter. But today, I'm just going to go on because we was talking about Jinke Chole Ratade Pyare. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Padshah, they said to Babar, this is, oh Babar, this is, I'm drinking, this is, I've taken marijuana as well. This is Pao Tera Pang, Khalri Mera, Jeet, Main Divana, Paya Atit, twice again. They've just declared that I'm crazy. I'm in love with Waheguru. This is Pao Tera Pang. They said that my marijuana that I take is the fear of Waheguru Ji. Always being conscious that each and every action of mine is being watched by Waheguru. They said the fear of Waheguru is my marijuana. That's what keeps me intoxicated. They said, so Babar, I do take some sort of nasha, but that is the fear of Waheguru. Gursikh Pyareo, we're just focusing on this pankti today. Jinke chole ratade pyare. Like I said, chola means robe, but we're talking about the robe of this life, of this form of body. Jinke chole ratade. Within this life, if your minds get drenched in the love of Waheguru, Jinke chole ratade pyare, Kant itna ke paas, then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha saying, Kant, your husband, Lord, will be right beside you. Tana ke paas, he's right beside you. That wife doesn't have to walk alone, she's got her husband beside her. Hand in hand, walking down the road. Walking down the street with Waheguru. But if you let your mind be drenched, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji was drenched in love. They passed on this feeling of love to you. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji sitting in Kartarpur Sahib. They're sitting in Kartarpur Sahib in the Dharamsal that they've made, the Gurdwara that they've made. They're sitting inside, and it starts to rain really heavily outside. If we're talking about Jinke Chole Ratade Pyare Kant Tana ke Paas, whose minds are drenched in love, Guru Nanak Dev Ji's was, and then they transferred it to who? It's raining really hard today. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji sitting inside. But the rain comes down so hard that there was a wall outside that was being built in the past few days. And as the rain came down, Kandh hale kachi si pyareo tak Kandh dig gayi. The wall wasn't completely hard, wasn't baked yet, because the bricks, they weren't fully baked, and it started to rain. And because the bricks them days, they were always kachi on. It's not like nowadays. The cement wasn't complete, it wasn't fully hard yet. The rain came and this wall falls. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji says, it's at 1 o'clock at night, it's 1 a.m. And they look around the room and they look towards Bhai Lehna Ji. This is Lehna, this is Ja ke kende Kandh bana. And he says, oh Bhai Lehna, he says, go and make that wall that has just fallen outside. At once, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji's sons wake up as well. Baba Shri Chand, Baba Lakshmi Das, they said, oh Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha, we have somebody that comes and does the brickwork. Somebody that comes every day, during the day, that comes and does this work. They said that person, that labourer will come and carry on. The bricklayer will come and he'll carry on with his work. And they're saying, oh Father, it doesn't make sense to make it in this rain right now. And it's middle of the night, it's dark. There's no light here. What does Lehna know? He doesn't know how to make walls. He doesn't know how to lay bricks. This is what their sons are saying. But at once, Bhai Lehna Ji runs outside. The rain is hitting Bhai Lehna Ji hard. They start to put each brick together. They're building the wall again and again. As it gets a little higher, because the rain is so much, it falls over again. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji's baari de vichon dekh rahe hain. There's a little window. There's a little net in the window. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha is looking through that little bari, through that window. They're seeing that Bhai Lehna Ji is building this wall and it's falling. It's building this wall and it's falling. Mata Sulakhani Ji wakes up as well. The wife of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha Ji, she wakes up as well. She comes running and she says, oh Lehna, she says, have you gone crazy as well? She goes, I saw my husband doing strange things. He sits for hours and hours, sometimes for days, sometimes for 2 months he doesn't speak to anybody. Sometimes for weeks he doesn't eat. Is the same happening to you, Lehna? Can't you see that the wall keeps falling? There is no point of making it. And Bhai Lehna Ji turns around to Mata Ji and says, oh Mata Sulakhani Ji, I have got great and much respect for you. But my connection isn't with the wall. My connection isn't with the task. My connection is only with the bhajan, is only with what my Guru says. If my Guru says jump, I jump. If my Guru says sit, I sit. If my Guru says build this wall in the middle of the night whilst it's raining and it keeps falling, I have no concern with that. My concern is I will keep building this wall even until my last breath, until my Guru tells me to stop. The love of Bhai Lehna Ji, what did that signify, Guru Sikh Pyareo? That signified that, when the wall of your dharam, of righteousness, when the wall of truth in your life starts to fall, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Pacha saying, don't ever delay that moment. Straight away start picking your dharam back up. If one day that you've missed your Nitnem, don't delay, Guru Sikh Pyareo. Don't think that 3 days later, next week, next Monday is a good day to start. I'll start again on Monday when I go to work and I'll have a routine. No. Making that wall, at that moment at night, that wall represented your dharam. That wall represents your wrath. That wall represents us reading Bani. That wall represents the moment you fall, don't wait to build it back up, because you don't know, if you leave that wall, you don't know if you're ever going to pick up them bricks again, because it's only going to get harder. Pick up that gotka again straight away, don't delay. I experienced in my own life, Baba Nand Singh Ji's bachan, I used to listen to Baba Nand Singh Ji used to say, Baba Nand Singh reading the bachan from books, listening to the bachan from Gurmukhs that and darshan of Baba Nand Singh. They said Baba Nand Singh Ji used to say every day, they're saying Sikha, Je tera Nitnem ki hai. Saying Sikha, what is your Nitnem? He says your Nitnem is the arm of Guru Nanak. It says your Nitnem is the arm of Guru Nanak. put it this way, they said, if you are doing Nitram, imagine that you have got the hold of Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji's arm. It says that day you let go of doing Nitram, you have just let go of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's arm. You're on your own again. Don't ever give up Nitram. This is what this was saying, the wall. Guru Sikh Pyareo, the next day, a few days later, there's a dead mouse inside in the room. Jinke chole ratade pyare kant tina ke paas, whose minds are drenched, imbued in the color of love for Vaheguruji. And in this state, Bhai Lehna Ji is drenched in the love of Guru Nanak Dev Ji, who is their Kant, is their husband. There's a dead mouse inside of the room. But you know, jobs like these them days, only the so-called low caste, who they called them days the Chure, that would come and pick up the dirt of people's houses, who people looked down upon of being the downtrodden, the lowly that people used to look at. Only they you would come and do these type of jobs. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah, this says Baba Shri Chand, this is Shri Chand to the son, Lakshmi Das, this says go and pick up that dead mouse and throw it outside. And Guru Sikh, you know what they did? Our Itihas writes, unhone gal unsuni kar ditti. Unsuni means they pretended that they didn't even hear what Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji said. This must happen to us so many times. We must come to the Darbar of Guru Nanak. We hear something in the Katha and we think, oh my God, that's me. And we think, oh, only if I hadn't heard that. You know what? I'm just going to pretend I didn't even hear that. This is exactly what Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji's sons done here. Abhitahas writes, unhone gal unsuni kar ditti. They pretended they didn't even hear Guru Nanak Dev Ji. Ignored them completely because they thought, we're not going to do this. They thought, it's a chude aake karanage. The low caste will come and do this because that's their job. And Guru Sikh Pyareo, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji turned around and looked at Bhai Lehna Ji. And Bhai Lehna Ji straight away ran towards that mouse, not even thinking, picked it up by its tail and went and threw it outside. What did that mean? Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji just wanted to show the world and saying that Bhai Lehna Ji is getting ready, that Bhai Lehna Ji isn't going to discriminate against anybody. Bhai Lehna Ji is going to be open to all. Nobody who comes to Bhai Lehna Ji, they're not going to discriminate against anyone. Even if Bhai Lehna Ji has to go into the house of these people that people call the low caste, Bhai Lehna Ji is not going to look at this. They're going to go and they're going to even pick them up. That's what Bhai Lehna Ji is going to do. He's not going to discriminate against anybody's caste. Guru Sikh Pyareo, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they've taken a katori. A katori is like a pot. Bhai Lehna Ji, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they take a pot, a beautiful pot. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, there's a river flowing behind them. There's a river flowing behind them with full of muck. That Gandhi Nali where people's muck used to go and run with this water. And Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji throwing that pot towards that direction. Guru Nanak Dev Ji again says to their sons, go and pick up that pot. And Guru Nanak, and they say, oh Guru Nanak, but it's only a pot. We're not going to get it out of all of that muck, the muck that comes out of people's houses. He says, we'll go in and buy you a new one. And straight away, again, Guru Sikh Pyareo, Bhai Lehna Ji jumps into that Gandhi Nali. Bhai Lehna Ji jumps into that flowing water that is full of muck that comes from people's houses. Bhai Lehna Ji's clothes are completely drenched in this mud. And they take out that pot and bring it outside, Guru Sikh Pyareo. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah is showing the world that Bhai Lehna is going to do this. He's going to go into the midst of the dirt. No matter how much barbs somebody has got, Bhai Lehna Ji is going to jump inside of those barbs and he's going to pull them out. He's not going to care where he has to jump into. He will keep doing this, and Guru Sikh Pyareo, that last moment came. The last park, the last test came. Guru Sikh Pyareo, Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah ne ek bhyanak roop dharan kar liya. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji dressed very strangely this day. They're dressed like this completely uncivilized person, somebody that lives in the jungles. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji take a club in their hand, a big massive stick in their hand. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji, they take a dog with them as well. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah's got bags of money. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah's got bags of pearls in their hands. And they're walking today. They're all scruffy, they've got ripped clothes on. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji's. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah Ji go to the outskirts of Kartarpur Sahib. They leave the Gurdwara Sahib area, the Dharamsala, and they walk towards the jungles. But people know, the Sangat know. They're saying Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah's got money in their hands. They've got gold coins in their hands. They've got pearls in their hands. Guru Nanak Dev Ji strangely got a club in their hand. They've got a dog with them. Where are they going? And the Sangat starts to follow Guru Nanak Guru Sikh Pyareo. As the Sangat is following Guru Nanak Patsha Ji, Guru Nanak Patsha Ji start throwing money on the floor. Some Sangat go and towards that money and start picking up that money and then walk away. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji then throw gold coins. Some people come and pick up gold coins and run away. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha then threw pearls. Some people picked up the pearls and ran away, Guru Sikh Pyareo. And then what did Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji do? Then Guru Nanak Dev Ji Sache Patsha Ji, they turned around and they let the dog loose on the Sangat. And then Guru Sikh Pyareo, when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji let the dog loose on the Sangat, most of the Sangat had then ran off. There was only 3 people left, Guru Sikh Pyareo. There was Baba Buddha Ji, Bhai Duni Chand and Guru Sikh Pyareo, Bhai Lehna Ji. There was 3 people left. And then when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji looked at Baba Buddha Ji, Kende Buddha tu ola nahi hoya. They says, you haven't gone away from our eyes even after I let the dog go. That means even when hardship, even when hard times come, when you're following the Guru, you still don't leave the Guru's side. They said, Buddha, tu halle bhi nahi ola hoya. That you still haven't gone away from my eyes. You still stand right in front of me even when I let the dog towards you. And they said to, they ote var ditta Baba Buddha Ji know. They said to Baba Buddha Ji at that point, kende Buddha, kende je tu aaj nahi ola hoya, to kende fir Nanak tere akhan tu kadi vi nahi ola hoga. Kende I will never be away from your eyes until you remain in that body, until Baba Buddha Ji was 125 years old. Baba Buddha Ji always knew where the jyot of Guru Nanak Patsha Ji is going to. Even when Bhai Lehna Ji became Guru Angad Dev Ji and they left Kartarpur Sahib and went to Kadur Sahib, Baba Buddha Ji is the one that went and got Bhai Lehna Ji because they knew karke Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji never went away from their eyes. They knew where that jyot was. Baba Buddha Ji at this point, then now, remember, now Guru Nanak Dev Ji got a club in the hand, they take the club and start to throw it and hit it against Baba Buddha Ji. And over there, Baba Buddha Ji sits down and they don't continue walking anymore. There's only one left. Jinke chole ratade pyare, Kant tina ke paas, there's only Bhai Lehna Ji left now. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji turned around and this is Lehnaya. Kende tu nahi gaya? Kende what are you still doing here? Kende Lehnaya tu nahi gaya? ਤਾਂ ਭਾਈ ਲਹਿਣਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੇ ਗਰੀਬ ਨਵਾਜ਼, ਹੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੈਣੇ ਤੋਂ ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਥਾਂ ਨਹੀਂ, ਹੋਰ ਕੋਈ ਟਿਕਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੇ ਤੋਂ। ਟਿਕਾਣਾ means I've got no other place to go. I've got nowhere else to go, Guru Nanak, I only have you. It's like the Bani is being born inside of Bhai Lehna. किस ही कोई कोई मान निमानी एक तुम क्यों ना मरी जय रोए जान लग चित न आए. Bhai Lehna ji slok, they're saying किस ही कोई कोई, they're saying some people have got somebody in their life. This is people, someone has someone in their life, किस ही कोई कोई. This is par manj, they're referring to themselves, this is manj nimani ek tum. But this meek person, nimani, this honorless person, ek tum, I only have one in my life, and that is you, Guru Nanak. Mera hor koi tikana, I have no other place in my life. You know what Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha said? Kande Lehnaya, kande main bhi ek tikana labda si. Kande oh Lehna, I didn't have a place as well. I didn't have a tikana as well. Oh Bhai Lehna, but today I have a tikana. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੈਣੇ ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਟਿਕਾਣਾ ਲੱਭ ਪਿਆ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਲੱਭਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੋਤ ਕਿਸੇ ਪਾਸੇ ਟਿਕਾਵਾਂ. ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਥਾਂ ਲੱਭ ਗਿਆ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੀ ਜੋਤ ਟਿਕਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ. ਕਹਿੰਦੇ oh Bhai Lehna, ਕਹਿੰਦੇ I was looking for somewhere to go as well. I was looking for this jot. Where is this jot going to go and stay? I had nowhere to go. But today only you are left, and today there's somewhere for this jot to go. ਅੱਜ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਟਿਕਾਣਾ ਲੱਭ ਗਿਆ. ਲੈਣਿਆ ਮੇਰਾ ਟਿਕਾਣਾ ਅੱਜ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਤੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ. From today, I am going to be placed, I'm going to place myself inside of you. Guru Sikh Pyareo, and the last thing that happened was there was a dead body. Bhai Lehna Ji went towards that dead body. There was a chadar over that dead body. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji saying that was the last thing before Guru Nanak Dev Ji Patsha Ji did Matha Tek to Bhai Lehna Ji. Bhai Lehna Ji goes and sits by this dead body, and they put their hands together. Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah said, "What are you waiting for, Bhai Lehna? Eat the dead body." He says, "Why the delay?" Guru Nanak Dev Ji Paatshah said. Bhai Lehna Ji said, they said, "There's no delay, Guru Nanak. I was just waiting for your hukam. To which side should I start from?" And when Bhai Lehna Ji takes off the chadar, takes off that sheet was over the dead body, there was only prasad, only deg prasad found inside that. Meaning, Guru Sikh Pyare, if you kill yourself in front of the Guru, and then your life will become sweet, just like that deg was found inside. Jinke chole ratade pyare, kant tana ke paas, drench yourself in the colour of love for this Guru. How do you do that? I went to Bradford last week on Sunday, and a little girl, about 7 years old, she said, Baji said, "How do we fall in love with Vaheguru?" And I came home, and afterwards I thought about it. That who knows what Vaheguru is like? He's got no form, he's got no chakkar, he's got no colour, he's got nothing. But we can start to know our Guru. Our Bani is our Guru. If we start to contemplate on Gurbani, if we get to know our Guru through Bani, we can get to know our Guru though. We can sit here and listen to the history of our Guru, and we can fall in love with our Guru in that way. Listen to the stories of the Guru and fall in love with the Guru. Falling in love with the Guru is the same as falling in love with Vaheguru. So Guru Sikh Pyareo, इतने के बेंतियां परवान करनियां, एक नहीं पर अनेका ही गलतियां हो गई हैं।
वाहेगुरु वाहेगुरु